Look, when I didn't have a lot of money after college and I had the exact same point of view, people would say, you're jealous of the wealthy. And that's why that's why you're a socialist. That's why you're a Marxist. Now that I'm rich, they say I'm a hypocrite. And at a certain point, you have to realize maybe it's the commentary and the comments that you're making. Maybe it's the fact that I'm saying people deserve more.
What's going on, guys? Apparently Hasan Piker got interviewed and he was lying through his teeth the whole time. It's crazy. Let's get straight into it.
We're here to discuss truth and the search for truth in media coverage. That for me relies on getting the facts right. And it's not just about me getting the facts right. I have a system, we have a system in my newspaper, which means that anything that I write goes through two editors who review it to check, for example, whether I spell Hasan right, but also to get the context right and so on. And then if I'm dealing with allegations and so on, we have and you're an unchecked operator, one-man unchecked operator. So exactly what do you feel is your ability to actually get the facts right?
Yeah, so the same pressures that legacy publishers such as Financial Times exist for someone like myself as well. As a matter of fact, I have even a higher level of liability because I don't have the insurance, for example, that a newspaper might have.
That sounded crazy. Hasan lies on a regular basis. We sit here and we see him lie 9 hours a day. What do you mean you would have been sued if you were just lying? You be lying. You don't get sued. I don't know why. You should. Like, Hasan has forgot how the internet works. There's a plethora of people on here that just be lying through their teeth. They lie like they breathe. Hasan's included. He's one of those people. So yeah, you're lying once again. And he's well aware that this is not how it goes. But Hasan is going to sit there and act like he's telling the truth right now. And his fans ain't going to call him out. They're going to, back what he's saying. I don't know if they just believe it or they're choosing to push the delusion. And now Hasan's getting attention, might have some eyes on him that might not be fully aware of how nasty and foul he moves. So he could just sit here and spew this bull crap. And then they might believe it, and he's going to just have a bigger following, probably convert them into believing in all the disgusting things that he does. And then years down the line, by the time they finally realize he's foul, they've already been too submerged in it. Everyone else around him like, yeah, we know. You've been doing it with us, though. It's like the Hive, the Beehive, Beyonce fan base reference. Don't come after me. I was just joking, Beyonce. I know how they don't play. They'll show up like 17 deep with a weave and a bunch of Beyonce CDs. They ain't got nothing on Nicki Minaj fan base. But anyway, Hasan has this type of audience where it's like real, and I hate saying this because a lot of people will just throw this word out there with no real meaning. I'm not one of those people. But when I notice, if you just co-signing this disgusting thing, it's real cult-ish. This is real Jim Jonesy. It's more like the cult of Chucky. That's what type of time Hasan on. He throw false allegations out on a regular basis, and his supporters is like, yeah, that's good. That's a good tactic to use against somebody when we're debating. We're going to do it too. We're all going to just go out here and spread false information to go after people. That's the Hasan way. And then when he gets interviewed, of course, the interview is not going to really, reference anything. Go and check it out. Hey, let's pull up this clip where you saying all these foul things with no proof of evidence. Remember when you called so-and-so a PDF? Remember that? Yeah, that was like yesterday because you do it so often. It's a daily routine for you. Then you want to pull that clip up during the interview? Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So in terms of my coverage, if I get something wrong, and there are instances where I get something wrong, we're human after all, I will apologize for it and I'll retract the statement. And there is this constant back and forth that's always taking place that keeps me as honest as possible with the audience. If there's something that I've gotten wrong, they'll immediately be like, this is something that is incorrect. And they'll send additional information. I'll verify it on the spot. And we'll continue with the coverage that way.
Word? Yo, Hasan just be lying. When have you ever apologized for getting it wrong? Which is all the time, by the way. You get it wrong on a daily basis. When has Hasan ever took accountability? It was like, my bad. You know what? I was wrong. I shouldn't be out here spreading misinformation. Never. Not never. Hasan don't do that. Accountability. He gonna look at you like you crazy. Like, what? You'd expect me to actually apologize, say sorry? I would never. That's gonna take away from my clout. That's gonna take away from me getting views. It only works if I play the victim. I'm forever gonna be the victim. Hasan was the original Karen, but Hasan Piker sitting up there just blatantly just fibbing, lying. He telling stories on that stage. I didn't know he was a comedian. Hasan said he was funny. I never believed him. That was funny because he said that as if he was serious. But I don't think the rest of the world, or at least bare minimum, the people in that audience are aware that he lying. That's not true. They don't see how they supposed to just burst out into laughter in that moment because Hasan saying that he's honest, apologizes, has integrity, anything of that nature is just pure lies. Hasan ain't about that honest life. Nah, he about that grifting life. Lying, getting money. Clout, money. Attention, money. These are the things that this grifting champagne socialist loves. You don't care about none of that other stuff. What? Politics? Psh, just a tool for him to get his riches.
As far as the responsibility goes, it's still up to the individual, right? I don't have an editorial team. I don't have fact checkers that are working in real time. And it's just something that I have to make sure I care about. Some independent content creators don't, especially in this new media environment where everyone wants to be first to market. We do see a lot of people that either go along with biased narratives or sometimes refuse to verify the information that's coming out and immediately blurt it out because they want to be first to market. They want to get the maximum amount of attention possible. So it's unfortunately up to the individual, and I don't know what the best possible way of checking all of the independent resources are.
Hasan does this dumb tactic every time he gets confronted, and he will just lie, right? He'll describe this type of person and it'll be him, but then he'll act as if he's talking about other people. Like, yeah, they're dishonest, trying to just get straight to the story. They don't care. That's you. You do your content via live stream with no research, with you pulling up Twitter and just believing anything that you see, or your audience screaming things in the chat and you being like, yep, that definitely happened, even though you don't know anything. You don't know if it happened. If it didn't, you just, yep, y'all said it. Yeah. What research goes into anything that you do or anything that you've covered? Hasan would be lying if he said that was the case. Hasan don't do research. So when Hasan is saying all these things, I just said his name too many damn times, he is 100% speaking on himself and nobody else. And then once again, the prime example of him not taking accountability and just pointing the finger at someone else, describing what he does himself as if he's just innocent, he's the victim, never did nothing wrong, he's the best journalist in the world. He ain't even a journalist. But hey, go off, sis. Now, the interviewer, he might not have pulled no clips up or nothing, but it seemed like he did give some pushback with Hasan's lies.
Time do you give yourself to fact check this news? I mean, like, you must be constantly wondering, like, I've got to be out there, give my views, but I haven't had time. I'm on my own. I don't know whether the actual report is even correct or not. So how do you deal with that?
Well, in many instances, I rely on mainstream reporting. So one of the things I do is I have a policy of not covering breaking news to the best of my ability, but I try to combat the misinformation that's coming out by going to the same resources that you would rely on when like a mass shooting happens, for example. I look at the police reports, I look at the official press conference that's released in the immediate aftermath of the shooting. I try to be as careful as possible because there's always this fog where even the official resources can get something wrong as well on the spot. And I try to be as critical as possible.
When has Hasan done any of these things? He is lying. In his audience, they just eat it up. They believe whatever the heck he says, manja manja. You know, fam, he's not telling the truth. This is one of the most extreme examples of just being a dishonest grifter without even really having a real consequence for your lying. He gets rewarded for his lying, really. The ban that he had was super temporary. They even talked about that.
I have to confess, I first heard about you because you got suspended on your platform on Twitch.
Yeah.
And actually, you recently again got suspended. I think you've been now 7 times, I think, suspended.
Yeah.
Maybe I've got the tally wrong, but
Yeah.
near
No,
enough.
it's 7.
It's
I
7.
think.
Do you recognize that banning you occasionally is a healthy thing?
I think terms of service is a good thing overall in order to foster more productive conversations, because in the absence of a rigorous application of terms of service, you have Twitter, right? Having said that, the existing terms of service can be manipulated. There's a lot of outrage manifestation.
You can kind of see, right? Like there's definitely this like bias almost, where I got that from our initial conversation as well, where he was where he thought, you know, like, oh, you're a little bit of a provocateur.
Yeah, this interview was trash. If you didn't get my sarcasm earlier, no, this guy definitely did not give Hasan any pushback. Yeah, that was a weak interview, bro. You would think that he was a fan of Hasan. He did not question him on anything for real. He was just, let me take your word for it. Clearly, the guy with no credentials and has no history or track record of him being honest and actually having integrity. None. He does not show this in any way, shape, or form. This dude is trash, bro. Hasan Piker is nasty as hell. He's very dishonest. He knows what he's doing when he's live streaming, and he knows what he's doing with this interview. This is propaganda once again, which Hasan has admitted that he does.
I don't see my bans as a mark of courage or a badge of honor at all. I don't like being banned at all. I actually am constantly in fear of being deplatformed, because my job relies on reaching as many people as possible and try to educate them to the best of my ability. So when I do get banned, I can't do that any longer. And it's a real concern, especially when you have certain positions that are not exactly favorable, or certain positions, certain ideological positions that are not exactly commonplace in the Western world.
Hasan is doing something that I used to call, and me and my group of friends would call back in the day, like in high school, Denzeling. He is Denzeling his ass off right now. Usually you would say it in a way like, man, stop Denzeling. That meant that you was acting like a mother effer. You were faking. This was just something that you was trying to sell. It was not real, nigga. He's Denzeling his ass off. Just, you never know the way I might get banned. Even though Dan Clancy and me are besties, he got like my picture on his wall with my shirt off. Like, hey, I'm not judging him. Not that there's anything wrong with that on my Seinfeld flow. But you sitting there just fake crime with the I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. You got a 7-day ban, and that joint got changed to like a 2 to 3 day ban less than 24 hours later. What is you talking about? And it was when you was off. It was when you wasn't going stream. What are you talking about? He didn't selling his ass up. I'm gonna bring it back. There's gonna be people that used to hang out with me back in the day to watch my video like, oh, he brought it back. The slang we used to use, bro, is crazy.
One thing that jars a little bit is, you've said you're a Marxist, you've been a Bernie Sanders supporter in past elections. At the same time, you've become a wealthy guy who bought a $2.7 million house.
More expensive now.
Sorry?
More expensive now.
Well, good for you. You see, so Donald Trump has got it right. Housing prices going up is good for people. No, I mean, but your personality and these left-wing views and your commentary on inequality, how does that work when you're a Hollywood house owner?
Well, Bernie Sanders has 3 houses, and that's something that people constantly bring up as though this is a real point of contention. Look, when I didn't have a lot of money after college and I had the exact same point of view, people would say, you're jealous of the wealthy, and that's why that's why you're a socialist, that's why you're a Marxist. Now that I'm rich, they say I'm a hypocrite, and at a certain point you have to realize maybe it's the commentary and the comments that you're making. Maybe it's the fact that I'm saying people deserve more.
Yada, yada, yada. You're a fake socialist. What the heck are we talking about here, man? Like, this is so obvious. I keep saying the connection between Hasan Piker and Dr. Umar is uncanny. It's crazy. It's just like, these dudes are the same. Huge grifter. And in case you don't know who Dr. Umar is this guy that it says he's pro-black and wants black everything, black schools. I'm doing this for the culture. And he's just grifting because he's been building a school for like 30 years. It's never going to happen. He got exposed as being a fraud like 1,000 times. That's Hasan. I'm a socialist. Let me take these millions in his mansion. Like, what? Hasan literally said, don't judge me by what you see. Listen to my words. And his fans was like, preach, brother. Keep going, Conrad. Y'all idiots. That is dumb. That's the pastor with a bunch of money and jewelry on. He got like 1,000 rings on, sitting there looking like Thanos. He got the gauntlet, talking about some, you give me everything because to get into heaven, you need to be broke. Give everything. And you emptying your pockets. You homeless because you gave this past everything. And he got a Gucci shirt on. He's styling with the Gucci. He got all types of different new fashion on. His car flyer than yours. You don't want you touching his damn car. And you just giving him everything. You don't realize what this don't make sense. And I said that from experience of me going to churches and seeing this, guys. I remember I had a coworker that invited me to his church. And I was like, okay, I'll pop up. And I did, but I didn't announce myself. I came with a suit on and everything. And I sat in the back and watched his pastor and a bunch of deacons do a skit where he said that people would never be happy unless you gave him in the church everything. I'm talking about they acted it out. You give a little bit of a donation and things don't go good in your life. You still got jewelry on. You didn't give everything. You still got to watch. You got to give everything. And everyone in there like, yeah, praise the Lord. Yeah, take my watch. I'm sitting there looking at these niggas like, this is crazy. Where's the camera? Wait a minute. The camera's right there. There's an actual camera. What? This come on BT? Get me the hell up out this damn church. Get me up out of it. And he had the nerve when he saw me at work. Like, I think the next day, because that was Sunday, he came in and was like, we missed you at church. I was like, no, you didn't. I was right there. I saw it all, nigga. You really give him everything? I was like, the first time you give him everything? Yeah, I've been happy. Me and my family been happy. We give him everything. I was like, word? You found love, right? Yeah. Yeah, after I met the pastor, I found love, got married. I was like, your wife, she came from this church. You met her there? Yeah, how'd you know? Because 2 fools met each other, dumb. Because y'all just stupid, nigga. That's the only thing that could have made sense. I gave everything, nigga. What? The only other person that would marry you is another idiot that's from this flock. Why he literally, the pastor suit was brand spanking new. I'm sitting there looking at my suit. I'm looking at his. I'm like, why am I giving you everything when your suit better than mine, nigga? We need more donations because the pastor need to get a new car. They actually said that. I walked over here, nigga, like 5 miles in a suit on a Sunday, my off day. You need money for a car? Let me take my measly ass $3 up. You ain't getting my $3. I purposely didn't spend this on transportation, nigga. You ain't getting my last 3. But yeah, Hasan, it's just like this. He's preach all this socialist stuff. He's not an actual socialist. He's a champagne one. The singer Billie Eilish was going crazy and saying that rich people need to give up all their money, but she's rich. She's rich as well. It's crazy. Yasmin goes responding to some of her nonsense that she was saying when she was winning an award.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
Wow. So brave.
really hard to know what to say and what to do right now. And I feel really hopeful in this room, and I feel like we just need to keep fighting and speaking up and protesting.
We need to keep fighting. Meanwhile, you have suburban moms catching felonies, and she's up there accepting an award, and she's going to go home to her multi-million-dollar mansion. She's like, keep up the good fight, guys. We're winning. We're winning.
Our voices really do matter, and the people matter. And fuck ICE is all I want to say. Sorry.
Wow, that's amazing. Billie Eilish's home sits on Tongva ancestral land, by the way.
According to a local tribe out in California, she built her mansion on property that belongs to Native Americans. We talked to the Tongva tribe out in Southern Cal, who says she's living on their property, saying this in part, as the first people of the greater Los Angeles basin, we do understand that her home is situated on our ancestral land. Eilish hasn't contacted her tribe directly regarding her property.
Billie Eilish's $14 million mansion was stolen from Native Americans. Only when she returns it for free or opens it up to undocumented immigrants will her words actually mean something.
That definitely didn't work out well for her, did it? That's what happens when you're performative, right? And it gets worse. It gets worse. Asmund Gold's gonna go even deeper into it.
Billie Eilish demands a restraining order after she found a shirtless stalker at her home. Well, what do you mean? So this is now your land and you're telling him he can't be there? Like, this is a little bit outrageous. This is unfair. Yeah, there's no stalking on stolen land. And then also keep in mind,
if you do win an award tonight, don't use it as a platform to make a political speech, right? You're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. So if you win,
that was whenever she was 16.
Come up, accept your little award, thank your agent and your God, and fuck off. Okay?
Man, based clip. I know. What a fucking legend.
Billie Eilish went to the school of Pokemon. Yeah, you can't be out here being performative. That's pretty damn stupid, if I do say so myself. And then when people try to question, they're like, hey, how you gonna say this person's trespassing? Stolen land. What you mean? And she's not going to stand up for that. But you know who is willing to debate and go back and forth forever? Hasan.
The first people of the greater Los Angeles basin, we do understand that her home is situated in our ancestral land, they told the Daily Mail. Eilish has not contacted our tribe directly regarding her property. This is one of the most annoying things that they do. They'll go and like find one person. They'll go and find one person that like half the time isn't even like actually affiliated with the tribe or whatever. And just simply claiming it. And their goal here is to do propaganda in general, or sometimes they will just like mischaracterize the quotes that are coming from the people, the tribal, the Native Americans that they're speaking to. Like, I don't think a lot of these people understand what like land bag as a movement is, right? It doesn't mean land bag doesn't mean like take the remaining Tongva population and like give them everyone's homes. Like, that's not what this is about at all. What is the substance on nobody is illegal? That's not an argument at all. Do you actually want to understand that? The argument is, it's not even that nobody's illegal on stolen land. The concept is no human being is illegal. Okay? Human beings are human beings. Deciding arbitrarily that one human being is illegal and not worthy of living on the same soil as you is idiotic. That's the reason why people say nobody is illegal.
Hasan just be yapping, bro. He just be yapping, saying a bunch of bull crap, not knowing what the heck he's talking about. Like, what he said didn't make any actual sense. And I think he's aware of that, but he knows that his audience is just going to eat it up. Just manja. They go just keep on eating up that bull crap. Crazy. I ain't falling for it. I know there's a plethora of people, my audience for one, who are smart as hell. I got a bunch of geniuses over here, man. Dead serious. But yeah, we ain't falling for this bull crap. Anybody with a brain is going to look at Hasan and go, oh yeah, that's a grifter. He grifting his ass off. It shouldn't be that hard to stand on what your principles are. That shouldn't be rocket science. It shouldn't be like pulling teeth metaphorically. None of that. Just stand on what your principles are. People can see he definitely not doing what he been saying and preaching for all these years. That's suspect. But then you gonna just try to use manipulation to get out of it? Nah, son.
Unfortunately, there are a lot of fucking morons, absolute fucking morons, that also do this. This person has the triangle emoji on their description. Okay, they're a part of DSA Liberation. I do not want you to go yell at this person. Okay, I don't want you to do that. I hate it when you guys take matters in your own hands or tap the glass or whatever. But the reason why I'm pointing this is because this is a leftist. This is a fucking leftist who says, oh, I'm agreeing with N wokeness here. And the reason why they're agreeing with N wokeness here is because they also have gotten the reactionary brainworm. This is one of my least favorite aspects of living in the United States of America, where unfortunately, a lot of people who consider themselves to be on the left also engage in the same dumb reactionary argumentation. Okay? You need to stop doing that, guys. Please stop doing that. If you find yourself going, oh, low-key agree with N wokeness here because Billie Eilish is a $14 million mansion in LA built on Tongva tribes once lived, you're not actually hyper woke. You're just a fucking dumbass.
Yeah, Hasan is crazy. So everybody that disagree with you is stupid? Everybody that disagree with you is a nincompoop? No, that's you. You're the one that's actually a little bit on the dense side of things. That's you. That's you. That's not everybody else. That's you. Hasan Piker and Billie Eilish are one and the same. Y'all sitting out here preaching because it's, I guess, better for your public perception. But when it's called out for you to stand on your principles, oh, why me? Why would I? It's weird as hell, fam. Super weird. And it's corny too. And we see it, we're calling it out, and you're gonna just go crazy and start calling us out our names. All right.
Unfortunately, being a fucking moron here, you are just giving credence and giving legitimacy to the idiotic reactionary argumentation. You're a sucker. You're a rube. Stop doing that. Okay? Stop fucking doing that. Lock in. Stop being a fucking useful idiot for the right. You are a useful fucking idiot for the right. It is so frustrating to see leftists do the same kind of thing. Okay? Do you want people to be open-minded? Do you want people to engage in advocacy? Or do you want rich people to just shut the fuck up? Very frustrating. You're doing rad lib nonsense, okay? I hate this shit so much. And I know I'm the last person to speak out on this because everyone will say, says you, motherfucker, you have a nice house too. We're coming for your house too. Suck my fucking dick, okay? Suck my dick. The reason why I'm saying this is because you are engaging in reactionary argumentation for no reason other than the fact that those brainworms have actually taken over your mind. Lock the fuck in. Lock in. Focus on who the real enemies are.
Yeah, Hasan is definitely a huge hypocrite. It's pretty obvious. Munchies. What do you want me to do, man? I got hungry. Hasan is a huge hypocrite. That's for damn sure. Nah, parents be saying that, or used to say that because now I'm a grown man. But parents be have this saying, do as I say, not as I do. Now, dumb that sound. Of course, the kids gonna imitate you doing foolishness. It wasn't just listen to you blindly. No, show them. Like, actually practice what you preach. And that would explain why Hasan followers be acting like that and saying some of the dumbest things possible.
This shit is just an extension of socialist yet house hypocrite. I know. People think someone with $1 million is the same enemy as someone with 1 billion or 100 billion. I know. They're stupid. They don't understand.
Not just 1 million, hundreds of millions. What are we talking about? With a catalog that's probably worth more than that. Didn't that other famous singer, The Weeknd, just sell his rights? Or the use to his rights for damn near $1 billion? Yeah, December 2025, he sold his catalog for $1 billion for the use of it. And she's a singer that's up there. Let's just say that. She got hits. Nigga, I've gone to the movie theater and they was just bumping her damn songs, bro. And it's been like that since she first came out. She's always had like a crazy amount of motion and attention. She got money. You got $1 million mansions and whatnot. You got it. So you shouldn't be telling other people who are rich what to do when you not showing us what you're doing with your money. Just like Hasan, he flexing, going on all these trips, buying these cars and mansions. You're a socialist, nigga. Like that sounds crazy. There's a whole lot of these frauds out here like Hasan, bro. Whole lot of them. But none of them be getting called out, really. Except for the commentary community. We call him out. Apparently, Idubbbz called out Moist critical, and he said a lot of crazy things during this interview, so let's just check it out. Let's get into it.
Kind of first stands out to me is that I never perceived 2016 Idubbbz to be ideologically like right-wing or ideologically hateful in the way that those other two are. Like,
It's part of the pipeline, though. It's the same reason people wouldn't say Charlie, Moist Critical, is right wing or like as ideologically fucked out there as like a Nick Fuentes or even Asmongold, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
He holds some space for the people in his audience who might have some differing opinions. He doesn't make it clear, like, I don't want you in my fucking community, like outright. And, you know, I get it. I get the hustle. I did it for a while. But it is a little bit of cope. And I understand why people don't want to take the path that I took, because it breeds a lot of hate.
Idubbbz is tripping, bro. I think he is wilding out. It's not my responsibility for whatever anyone's opinions is in the audience. I think it is my responsibility to make good content for my supporters. That is all. I don't have to call any side out and you have that. Nah, nigga. Like, I'm gonna call out, in my opinion, what's wrong, but I'm not on any side. I think I'm on my side. I'm on the Fang Gang side, me and my supporters side. Nigga, I don't care what your politics are. I don't care who you voted for. That sounds crazy, bro. Like, would you call yourself a far left pipeline? Because if they go into you, they're probably going to fall into the Hasan Piker pipeline. And that sounds crazy saying that was the last time I'm going to use the P word. They going to fall into the Hasan Piker wave, and that's definitely extreme. So, like, nah, nigga, watch what you want to watch. I know there's people in my audience that might check out Hasan Piker to laugh at him. They like watching the dumpster fire. So it is what it is. And it's not the creator's responsibility at all. I don't like when people try to put the whole political side thing. Well, you have to choose. No, you don't. I don't got to choose none. I can just make my content for entertainment purposes. And it just is what it is. I call out things that I don't think is right, that I think is clown behavior. And it just is what it is. But I've always been 100% honest. I don't have a political side, and I don't think Moist Critical has to either, but whatever.
Right wing or like as ideologically fucked out there as like a Nick Fuentes or even Asmongold, right? Like,
yeah, exactly.
He holds some space for the people in his audience who might have some differing opinions. He doesn't make it clear, like, I don't want you in my fucking community, like outright. And, you know, I get it. I get the hustle. I did it for a while. But it is a little bit of cope. And I understand why people don't want to take the path that I took, because it breeds a lot of hate.
Yeah, right. How do you, I guess, how do you like weather that storm? Does it affect you? Do you think about it at all? I feel like at this point in your career. Like,
hey, man. Yeah, I'm weathering it. It's, it's one of these things where you just kind of got to put your head down and like get to work. Like, you know, there may have been a time where in my life where I could spend time reading comment sections and being like, oh yeah, like I'm getting some sort of validation from this. I'm way past that at this point. Like, I'm not going to be able to do what I want to do if I spend any amount of time reading shit online. With the exception of maybe my live chat when I'm streaming.
Idubbbz is lying, by the way. He is lying, bro. That's not true. Idubbbz is crying about the comment sections on a regular basis. He's making videos, live streaming, all types of things. In fact, he's doing everything except for making content, but crying about his downfall. And listening to Anissa, that's one of the main reasons for his downfall in the first place. But yeah, Idubbbz is out his damn mind right now. He's tripping.
I reached the points that you did of like having huge amounts of viewers, but certainly like on TikTok, there were times where I was like really, really popping off, and you know there'd be weeks where I was getting like 20 million views and stuff. Maybe a month. I don't know if it was weeks, but a month. Sorry, where I'd be doing like 20 million views. I'd get nowhere near that now. But I realized as well, one of the things is once you have your first couple of videos that go big, all of the satisfaction from having obscene amounts of viewers goes away. Like you just kind of hope to maintain it, but that's kind of it. Once, if it goes, you know, it's gone. Like it's gone, and you can either try and build it up and change again. Like, how do you feel about like not, you know, once like dominating YouTube to like, you know, what you do now? How does that kind of like, what do you feel about that? And I'm sorry if that sounds like an insensitive question. I'm just wondering.
That was a slick way of asking him. So how do you feel about your downfall? How do you feel from going from being one of the most popular content creators to you not being nobody? How does it feel to be ruined by Anissa? How does it feel for Anissa to have single-handedly dismantled your entire career? How'd that feel? How'd it feel to to be an underling for Hasan and him still not show you enough attention for you to build a following? How I feel? Did you get lazy? He was like, Hasan get all this money to live stream and lie every day. That's way easier than doing these documentary style videos. Phewy. Let's just try to get into that. Like, he's not even doing videos that often anymore, which is wild because that's what got him popular. Like, damn it, if your political opinions changed, make content. People liked when you was unboxing stuff. You don't want to still do that? It has to be all about this political left grift. Like, he's a shell of his former self. Whatever. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Hit that hype button if you're able to, and watch my video from yesterday. I'm gonna try to stick to this one video a day thing. You guys pretty much voted for it, and it was almost tied, but it leaned over towards the one video a day, multiple topics. And I don't mind. I have fun doing my videos and talking to you guys, and the best way that you guys are able to consume it is how you're able to consume it. If you can't watch the whole video in one sitting, save it to your watch later and try to get back to it if you're able to. It really helps out a lot. Also, sign up for memberships if you're able to, because it helps me be able to keep going with content on a daily basis. And you get early access to the videos like this video, which was uploaded way before it went public. People that would sign up for memberships were able to see this video in full. So sign up for memberships. I'll try to remember to post the link in the pinned comments. It really helps out the channel and keeps me going. My goal is to really be able to keep doing these videos every day for y'all. And y'all watch them whenever you're able to watch them. As long as y'all finding it entertaining, engaging, funny as well, and relaxing, I'm chilling, doing my job. I don't mind staying up and, researching these topics.